Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase's Shaun Wallace, affectionately known as the Dark Destroyer, marked his 65th birthday this week with a candid health revelation, admitting he could be prone to a serious condition. Shaun has become a familiar face in British homes, challenging contestants with his vast trivia knowledge as they compete for a substantial cash prize on the ITV quiz show. Away from the limelight of the popular program, Shaun has been actively promoting his fitness journey on social media, emphasizing the significance of maintaining good health as one ages. Despite frequently sharing updates about his exercise routine, it was during an appearance on the New Mind podcast that he expressed concerns over inheriting a health issue that afflicted both his parents. He said, "My mom and dad had health issues. My mom and dad got diabetes, and obviously I could be prone to that," reports the Liverpool Echo. He further explained, "But the one thing that I was determined to ensure was that by the time I'm going to reach 65 this year, but by the time I reach into my sort of latter years, tomorrow is not promised to anybody, but I want to be as mobile and independent as I possibly can." Before becoming a television personality on The Chase since 2009, Shaun's career path was quite unique, having initially pursued law as a barrister in the 1980s. Oji Mabuse discusses her mom planning her wedding. Despite being a familiar face on The Chase for over 15 years, Shaun's first foray into television was not on the popular quiz show. 5 years prior, he had tasted success on Mastermind. His subsequent TV appearance was on the spin-off program Are You an Egghead? Since his victorious stint on Mastermind, the 65-year-old has taken up several other roles on television. However, he remains committed to his career as a barrister, recently confessing that it takes precedence over his quiz show commitments. Even though he has been a part of The Chase since its inaugural episode, Shaun revealed in a recent interview with The Hearing, a legal podcast, how he balances his time between the ITV show and his court duties. "If I've got a long trial, then that will take precedence over my filming, and The Chase know that. But I then got to make up my other episodes later on in the series." It was an ordinary Tuesday episode of The Chase, or so fans thought. Bradley Walsh was his usual cheeky self, the questions were flying, and the contestants were brimming with excitement. But as the final chase wrapped up and the credits seemed moments away, the studio lights dimmed ever so slightly and an unexpected pause fell across the stage. Shaun Wallace, the Dark Destroyer, stood quietly at his podium. He cleared his throat, noticeably emotional. Bradley raised an eyebrow. "You all right, mate?" Shaun nodded, but his voice carried a weight it rarely did on camera. "I just wanted to say something personal." The room stilled. People see me as this quiz machine, the black suit, the glare, the facts. But behind that is still a man who's been pushing through more than just questions. Bradley's expression softened. Contestants looked stunned. Viewers at home were glued to their screens. Shaun took a deep breath. "A few months ago, I was diagnosed with a heart condition. It's manageable, but it was a wake-up call, a real one. I've spent years prioritizing work, courtrooms, quiz shows, appearances, but I've not always listened to my body, and now I have to." His voice cracked slightly, but he carried on. "When the doctor told me, the first thing I thought was, have I wasted time? Not just for myself, but with loved ones, with friends I keep saying I'll call, with family dinners I skip." Bradley walked over and placed a hand on his shoulder. The audience was completely silent, emotionally gripped. Shaun continued, "I'm not saying this to get sympathy. I'm saying it because if I can remind even one person to take their health seriously, or to hug someone they love, then it's worth it. Because tomorrow, as I've come to understand, isn't promised." Social media exploded within minutes of the emotional moment airing. Fans flooded platforms with support, messages of love, and their own stories of near misses, reminders, and overdue checkups. One fan tweeted, "Seeing Shaun Wallace open up like that, chills, respect, absolute legend for speaking up. Booking my checkup tomorrow." Another wrote, "He's always been brilliant on The Chase, but today he became a hero off it." ITV later confirmed that Shaun had taken a brief break from filming shortly after the confession to focus on his health, but would be returning soon, stronger, grounded, and more determined than ever.
As for Shaun, he posted that night later, "Life is not guaranteed, so I'm choosing to live it better, slower, deeper, with purpose. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you soon, with a sharper mind and a fuller heart." And just like that, the man who always had the answers gave the world a powerful reminder. Sometimes the greatest wisdom isn't in trivia, but in truth.